This is WCTI, News Channel 12 at 11, Getting the Facts Right, with Valentina Wilson, Wes Goforth, and Chief Meteorologist Skip Waters. News Channel 12 at 11 starts now.
A rainy day in eastern Carolina ends with the worst of the storm off our coast tonight.
But earlier today, it was a much different story. Torrential downpours caused flooding along some coastal towns. The storm even spawned a couple of waterspouts. One of them was caught on camera in Carteret County.
We also have video of a house fire in the midst of a thunderstorm today. Witnesses say they saw lightning strike that home before it burst into flames. Good evening, I'm Wes Goforth.
And I'm Valentina Wilson. A few lingering showers tonight, but the rain will ramp up again tomorrow. We're under a flood watch until Sunday evening. Meteorologist Les Still has your weekend forecast and checks in on Tropical Storm Bertha.
Well, guys, let's start off by taking a look at live Doppler here for us. We are watching another round. The showers continuing to work its way from Snow Hill up towards Greenville right now. Again, it's coming your way in about 10 minutes.
The wild weather began across eastern North Carolina today with a tornado warning in Carteret County. We also saw roads so flooded they had to be blocked off. And we heard reports of a home that had caught fire on Pintail Lane in Harkers Island. First responders believe that lightning struck that home. That is cell phone video from a neighbor. Then we got there and shot this. Witnesses say the home was on fire for about 10 minutes before crews got there. Investigators say nobody was home at the time. The home is said to be repairable, and fire crews were able to save some items.
It's very humbling when anything like this happens because it's totally random, an act of God, if you will. But I mean, this could have happened to anybody. I thank God it was not my house. I thank God there were nobody, in the house that burned.
A little way away, heavy rain flooded some streets in Morehead City. Emergency service crews say some roads were shut down. One on Bridges Street between 16th and 14th Street. We have not heard of any reported injuries as a result of this morning's storm.
Police are looking for the driver of a black Dodge Ram they say may be connected to Havelock's latest homicide. 45-year-old Gerald Price was shot and killed this morning. We talked to neighbors who were nervous about the daytime shooting. Crime scene tape drapes the rain-drenched front yard of a duplex on Cedar Ridge Lane in Havelock.
It's really, weird that something like that happened this close.
Here's a description of the truck police are looking for tonight. It's a black Dodge Ram 2500 series with no tailgate. Police say it was leaving the area shortly after the shooting took place. The driver was heading toward Highway 101 on Webb Boulevard. If you have any information, call Havelock Police.
And another shooting is reported in Havelock. This one, though, police say was accidental. Officials say it happened Thursday afternoon at Village Court, and when officers got there, they found 47-year-old Brainerd Riley shot in the arm. He was taken to Carolina East Medical Center. Police later learned that the bullet came from an apartment next door. Investigators say the neighbor there was packing to move when a gun went off. The bullet went through the walls and into Riley's apartment, hitting him in the arm. District Attorney Scott Thomas tells us no criminal charges will be filed.
Belhaven Mayor Adam O'Neill is back in town after walking to Washington, D.C. to raise awareness about the closure of Vidant Pungo Hospital.
307 miles. He got back just a little bit faster. Vidant officials say the hospital closed because it cost too much money to keep it open, but Mayor O'Neill says people will die because of it. And we caught up with him today and hear firsthand his experience of the rally at the Capitol and the message he still is pushing to get across. Vidant Pungo closed just a month ago at midnight, July 1st. For Vidant Pungo until what he deems justice is served. Mayor O'Neill says a press conference will be held in the future to discuss new information on Vidant Pungo.
We're hearing from the governor tonight on the latest round of budget talks. This comes after the North Carolina House gave its preliminary approval to a $21 billion budget plan. The Senate passed that budget last night. A final House vote is expected Saturday. Then the measure heads to the governor's desk for a signature. Governor Pat McCrory says if the budget is approved, he will sign it.
We've got a 2.2% increase in the general fund budget, with no tax increase, with teacher pay raises, no elimination of teachers' assistants, and we've kept the integrity of our Medicaid. I'm proud of it, and I'm going to sign it.
The governor called the compromise budget bill a victory for the state and a victory for education. Under the proposed budget, state teachers will get an average 7% salary increase.
And a follow-up now to a story we first told you about last week. Experts say there are at least 13 ships sunk off the North Carolina coast that could leak oil, maybe many more. Most recently, we learned about a World War II vessel, the Hutton, that was leaking oil into the ocean. But the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says other World War II ships are a pollution threat because of oil still on board. A company hired by the Coast Guard has worked to stop the leak on the Hutton. The Hutton was sunk by a German submarine back in 1942. Lee Sykes with Atlantic Coast Marine Groups says the work was probably just a temporary fix and that officials must decide whether to patch the holes or pump the oil out.
The fighting continues in Gaza tonight, and so does the blame game. Hear the reason Israeli fighters broke the ceasefire just hours after it started.
And we're following the latest developments in the Ebola outbreak. 2 Americans are infected. They're expected to be back home on U.S. soil by the end of the weekend.
Strange day here in Eastern Carolina by the numbers. 79, that was our daytime high. That's only 7 degrees above where we should be for overnight lows. And the big number, the rainfall, record rainfall coming in New Bern. Will we see it again tomorrow? I'll let you know when News Channel 12 at 11 comes right back.